The Lakers take care of business. Might not have been pretty, but they get the W. And hello, playoff Jimmy. Good morning, everybody. This is Undisputed. Thanks for being with us. I'm Jen Hale. That's Skip Bayless and Shannon Sharp. Hi, guys.
I'm on fumes this morning, Skip. I'm on full fumes, man.
Likewise. All I got to say to you is, poor LeBron James.
You saw it.
He had a pretty good night last night, and all anybody wanted to talk about was Jimmy Butler, playoff Jimmy. Did you see what he did to your Bucks?
This is what I do know. We've seen a lot of guys score 56 points in a playoff game. How many 30-year-olds you know grab 20 rebounds?
Yeah.
How many?
You know, that's actually an indictment. I've always wondered, why didn't he get 15 a night? He's 6'9".
Whatever.
Okay.
How many 6'9" guys you know average 27, average 20 rebounds, 15 rebounds a night?
No, he averaged 6.2 this year. I don't know.
No, he averaged more rebounds than he
not?
averaged. Yes, he did. He averaged 8.
No, he didn't this year?
Yes.
No, he was in the 6s.
That's assist.
Oh, it is not assists. It's rebounds.
Why you gonna argue with me about the GOAT?
I know. He's not the GOAT.
He GOAT.
Yeah. Okay. He's averaged 7.5 rebounds for his whole career.
Okay.
Okay.
How many, and what is he all-time leading what?
He is the all-time leading scorer because he's played longer than anybody else.
There you go. Now he
You
played
got
longer
me.
than anybody.
You got me on that. He is
Because-
Mr. Longevity.
No, don't do that, Skip.
No.
You make it seem like the man just holding on just to get that record.
Well, he did. Yeah.
You ought to be ashamed of yourself, Skip.
Okay. Here we go.
Gentlemen, let me get this train back on the track, if
Yeah.
you will, real quick. We will
I
get
think
to
it's on the
playoff
tracks.
Jimmy. And
Yeah.
also Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers watches over. But let's start with that Lakers win, guys. Might not have been pretty, but woo, it certainly was physical. They pulled off the 117-111 OT victory over the Grizzlies last night. Now, Shannon, your Lakers lead this series 3-1. LeBron finishing 22 points, 20 rebounds, 7 assists, flirting with that triple-double. Shannon, you were there. No wonder you're on fumes. What is the biggest reason the Lakers won?
They fought. Skip, we've seen this team before have big leads. I mean, Skip, they had a 15-point lead in the first half, and the Grizz were racing, get it all the way down to 2. And it was like with 2 minutes left in the half, they had a 15-point lead. They have a 15-point lead with the ball. Jared Vanderbilt somehow loses possession, the ball goes out of bounds, and the next thing you know, it's a 14-1, 14-0 run, and all of a sudden it's a 2-point game.
At halftime.
At halftime.
Yep.
They come out in the third, and all of a sudden they fight, and then Ja dunks the ball, and they're up 2 going into the fourth quarter. And these are the times that we've seen the Lakers like, okay, we had them, they fighting, and they just give up.
Yep.
But they fought down 7 late in the ball game.
Yep.
D'Angelo Russell, who's played, basically, he gets going in the third quarter with some floaters, gets his confidence back, and he bombs, goes on a 9-0 run by himself, gives the Lakers a 2-point lead. And the Grizz like, nope, we're not going away, we're not going away. But the Lakers said, neither are we. That crowd was incredible last night. And they just kept fighting. And the Grizz got to be really disappointed, Skip. They lost the game in which Anthony Davis had 8 points through 4 quarters of play, 8.7 rebounds, and you lose a game.
Yep.
You got to win that game. And then they get the game to overtime. But you know how we got to overtime, right?
You got that.
What we do? You say put the ball in. I say put the ball in the goal hand.
Mm-hmm.
And when they put that high pick and he came and got that ball, I just sit there right there.
Yep.
I ain't even worried about nothing. I know what he's gonna do. I know what he's gonna do.
You thought he was going to pass it.
No.
Yeah.
This is his moment.
Oh.
This is his moment. That's his time to shine. Head down.
Yep.
Boop. Skip, did you know this? LeBron James is 7-12 on game-tying winning field goal attempts with 0.1 seconds left in the playoff. No one else has more than 2, and LeBron is the only one who shoots over 50% in such situations. But hold on. But what about this notion he ain't clutch?
Do you know that nobody since LeBron James entered the league has missed more late and close shots in games, and it ain't even close than LeBron James has?
Do you realize, Skip, do you realize that since he entered the league, he's the only one still in the league?
Yeah.
So you know what? That number's the number that you just talked about is going to continue to increase because he's the only one player since 2003. Did you know that?
Yeah.
Most of the guys that play, ain't none of them can do what he did. Skip, our 2020, first 2020 Laker since Shaq in 04. Ain't no 38. You know what? He's the oldest player. Wilt in 1973 had 20.
Yeah.
But he was 36. LeBron James is 2 years older than Wilt with a 2020 game. And what's so amazing about this, he's never in his life, he's had a 19 rebound game.
Okay.
Had that against the Celtics right before he left, 27-19, I think 10. The last year he was with Cleveland. He's never had a 20 rebound game in almost 20 rebound game in almost 1,700 games.
Yep.
He said, but tonight, you see what I did, Skip Bayless? He said, you need me to score. You don't need but 22? I give you 22. How many rebounds you need? You need 20 rebounds? I give you that.
Really?
You need some block shots? I give you that. No. Not in the house of the GOAT. Go ahead, come on with it.
Help me out here.
I'm trying to help you. That's what I'm here for.
I have asked you this 1,000 times on this show. How can a guy who's 6'9", 260 pounds, who can jump through the roof, how can he average for his career only 7.5 rebounds? I don't get it, because that's counting all those young LeBron years when he'd always be 7, 8 rebounds, 6, 7, 8 rebounds. 7.5 is his average for his whole career.
Right.
And I've asked you a million times. Well, I don't get why he shouldn't get 15 rebounds, 20 rebounds.
Yeah, this is not the days when Elgin Baylor and Walt Bellamy and all those guys that were 6'8", 6'9", ain't got that many rebounds. The guys are more skilled now, so the rebounds are not there. That's the reason why you're not going to see anybody average 15, 16, 17 rebounds a game when that was commonplace. Wilt had a season when he averaged 27 rebounds a game. He averaged 25. He averaged 23 for a career. So how many myths must somebody have in a game if one player can average 23 rebounds?
Thank you for getting me there. Would you believe that last night Memphis shot the ball 106 times?
Yes.
Would you believe they made only 42 of 106? Would you believe that's under 40% from the floor? That's 39.6%.
Yeah.
That means look at how many missed shots there were.
Yeah.
What's your math on that? That'd be 58. That would be 64 missed shots.
Yeah.
64 times.
Why that is?
Wait a second. The Grizz shot enough bricks to build another Graceland. They should go home with all those bricks and build Graceland.
Well, as long as
I've never seen anything like it before.
As long as they got Dylan Brooks over there, a brick mason, they're going to continue.
He's a brick mason. He should be in the Mason, the Masonic Lodge.
But you ain't going to say nothing about that defense we put on?
Well, you did, but I'm going to get to that in a second.
Okay.
They were 9 of 42 from 3.
Yeah.
That is 21.4%.
Yeah.
My point to you is, yes, LeBron is 6 feet 9 inches tall. He was being guarded by an Xavier Tillman who's 6 foot 7 inches tall. Yeah. So to me, am I shocked that LeBron got 20 rebounds when they shot that many bricks? No, I'm not.
Right.
In fact, he should have gotten 20 rebounds in a game like this last night. Okay. Before I get to the last shot of regulation, which was great, I loved it. I applaud him. I'm going to get to it in a second. Don't tell me that LeBron doesn't have enough help on this team, because this team can give him a whole lot of help from a lot of weird different places. It does. And to your point, just when I thought you were cooked by the Grizzlies, just when I looked up and I said, wait a second, they can't buy a basket, and you're down 7 with 5 minutes left in your house with that great crowd that you were a part of. I'm saying, how could that be? I'm having a hard time getting it to go into my head. How is this happening? And what happens right on schedule? A guy that you've been hard on here on the show. That is D'Angelo Russell, because he'll come and he'll go, he'll come and he'll go. And yet I always tell you, he can flat out score the basketball. He's got skills. And when you least expect it, he can catch a little wave. And he caught a little heat wave. And all of a sudden, if we could see it, you want to talk about game saving? You want to talk about series saving? He goes boom, boom, and boom. He goes 3 triples in a row where you said, well, I got this. That was pretty good. I hadn't seen one of those in about 15 minutes of the game. And all of a sudden, he makes that one, and then he makes the step back and blasts that one home. And then here he goes again. These are 9 straight points by D'Angelo Russell, who's out of his mind at that point. And all of a sudden, you go from down 7 to up 2. Well, now you're good to go. Now at least you got a shot, right?
Yes.
Okay, now, unsung hero of the night. And I've said this, I first guessed this going into the whole series. Do you realize what Dennis Schroeder was doing to Ja Morant in the fourth quarter in overtime? He got all over him. And I told you, Dennis Schroeder is lightning, Quicksilver quick. And he will get up, he will fight you, he will scratch you, he will claw you. Ja was having a little trouble with his hand, and I don't know how much it was hurt. I have no idea. But it seemed to be bothering him.
Right.
But would you believe that a man who scored 24 in the fourth quarter of Game 3 in that same building, just the game before, 24, in the fourth quarter last night, he goes 0 of 4 and with 1 assist and scores 1 point. In overtime last night, he goes 1 of 4, misses his only 3, has no assists in overtime, and scores 2 points. So that's a grand total of, he goes 1 of 8 in the fourth quarter and overtime, and he misses both of his threes. He has a single assist, and he scores 3 total points. That is huge.
Oh, Dennis was picking him up 94 feet.
He was.
He was picking him up 94 feet. I'm talking about Skip. He was hounding him.
He was bothering him.
Yep.
Okay, it was huge to the game because I'm just saying, I know his hand is bothering him, but the same guy with the same hand scored 24.
It dropped 45.
45 in the game, and I'm saying, man, and LeBron took a couple of charges.
You saw that, right?
Was sensational.
You see that, right?
Okay, now you're 6'9", and he's 6'10".
Now you talking about 9 feet.
Okay,
Skip,
but
why you do
you
that?
have to stand there and take it. He took it in the one high flyer act. I thought LeBron got kicked in the face on the way down.
Right.
I think he took a shot to the face from a sneaker that was so high. His foot is
right.
even with your face.
Yes.
That's how. That was like a dunk contest dunk that he didn't finish, obviously.
Right.
Okay, so you had D'Lo and you had Dennis Schroeder. That's why I like your team, because you can do those things on cue when you need to do them. And we'll get to Anthony Davis, but he did do some little big things in the fourth quarter and overtime. They were he made 3 of his last 5. They were little shots. They were little putbacks, little tip-ins, but they were fairly important to what happened to the outcome.
But Skip, that's why I said, D'Lo did the 9 points, the 9-0 run by himself in the fourth. He got 6 points in the third quarter with those floaters when seemingly the game was starting to slip away from the Lakers also. Man, Austin Reeves is ultra aggressive. He will fight to the end.
He will.
Rui Hachimura coming in there, and he's battling. He didn't shoot the ball particularly well, but Skip, he's challenging people at the rim. He's rebounding the basketball. I can live with that.
Okay, and by the way, those two are not afraid of anybody.
No.
Because Austin Reeves was the one who kept attacking the glass, and he shot 7 of 8 free throws. And once again, the team that leads the league and now the playoffs in free throw shooting, that they have